Welcome to Crit to Block, your home for competitive Star Wars Legion. Today's game will feature the People Doctor and the Animal Doctor in a 1,000 point game of Star Wars Legion. Now, let's take a look at those armies.
Alrighty, so for the droids, we are bringing an 11-act, 1,000 point exactly experimental droids army led by Kalani with improvised orders and lead by example. And we have Kraken, aka Skeletor, with Into the Fray environmental gear, 2 naked B1 units, and 2 B2 super battle droids with the B2 HA, and they are squads. And we have 2 BX droid commando units with Dioxis, Mind Saboteurs, Tenacity, BX Vibro Swords, and Impact Grenades, and then 3 Naked Droidicas.
This is Dr. Joe, back playing Empire, starring General Veers with Improvised Orders, Moff Gideon with Seize the Initiative and the Darksaber, 2 AT-STs with the Elite Armor Pilot, the 88i Twin Blaster Cannons and Linked Targeting Arrays, Imperial Dark Troopers with the Assault Cannon, and 5 Stormtroopers with the DLT-19. That will be 10 activations at 1,000 points. For today's game, we are going to call these dark trees Area Light Difficult. We're going to call the red crystals Light Scatter. And then everything else on the board essentially will be heavy cover, obstacle. As far as for vehicles, the AT-STs will have difficult time going over or onto the buildings, but should be unimpeded. All right, turn 0 for the dice roll. Crit and a hit.
All right, let's see if we can do worse. We can.
All right, so I guess I'll be blue player. That means I'm going to go ahead and choose a primary, and that is going to be Bunker Assault.
All right, I will go with a secondary, and it will be Bring Them to Heel.
Okay, and then with my advantage is going to be Advanced Intel.
And mine will be Deployment of Cunning.
Okay, I get the first thingamajig. What's the courage on a B2?
2.
Dang. All right.
It's a theme. 2 attack dice, 2 courage, speed 2, 2 health.
I think I have way too much, and you got a lot of suppressive, so I'm going to veto that and pull out. Bring him the heel.
Oh boy, that's 2 heals. All right, let's see. For me, get rid of Bunker Assault, and we're going to do Close the Pocket.
Well, I hate that one with a lasting passion, and so we're going to go with Intercept the Signals.
And with the final veto, I will elect to take blue player.
All right, here we have it. Intercept the Signals, bring him the heel with Advanced Intel and Cunning Deployment to round 1. Turn 1, card flip.
Roger, Roger.
Imperial Discipline. All right, I lost the roll-off, which means I go first this round. I'm using the support tokens instead of heavies, but I'm going to give an order to both my AT-STs. My Dark Troopers will get their entourage from Moff Gideon, and the last order goes to General Veers.
Alrighty, so for the droids, we gave an order from the command card onto Skeletor, onto Kalani, onto a B1 that coordinated to a B1, that coordinated to a BX droid, and then we went ahead and AI directed on over to a BX droid.
I would be going first, but I'm using Advanced Intel.
So therefore the droids will be starting off things with Kalani. Kalani is my commander. I chose to get the 3 surge tokens for the EXD rule. He's going to move up to there, strategize himself. Hello, kitty cat. He already has 2 dodges from Roger Roger and Cunning Deployment, and he'll get an aim and a dodge from the strategize action. Back to Joe.
Going to the stack, pull up core. We're going to go with these orange guys over here. Go ahead and move on. Snuggle up here. And then, let's see, we'll move up a little bit more. Okay.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go with a B1 unit here. And what they're going to do, I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to go ahead and move. And then we're going to go ahead and just move again over to here. Back to you.
To the stack, we pull out another core. We go with our yellow troopers here. They're going to move up and then move to this little alcove.
All right, we're going to go with some B1 battle droids over here. We're going to just go ahead and go up and up. Back to Joe.
Okay, going to the stack, pull out a commander. We're going to go ahead and take Moff Gideon, move him up here, and then move him to here.
All right, we're going to go to the stack. We get a Droideka. Let's go ahead and we're going to go with a non-objective marker holding Droideka. We're going to go into wheel mode. We're going to move over to there. And then we're going to move over to here.
Going to the stack, pull out a heavy, but don't want to do that yet. So we're going to use Moff Gideon's IO, pull out a core. That's what we'll end up going with. Let's go with the red squad here. We're going to move over on this side of the board, and we are going to take a cheeky range 4 shot over at that B1 that's chilling over here. Let's see if I got the range. Very good. So we're going to have them move up into range 4 and send 2 red to the dice box. Okay, we're looking at 2 red. Surging to hit, that's 1.
Well, we got heavy cover, so let's check that first. We'll just block it on heavy cover.
All right, 1 suppression.
Okay, we're going to go to the stack. We get a core. We're going to tap Kalani's IO to get a Droideka. We're going to go over to this way. So Droideka, we're going to go ahead and stay not in ball mode. We're just going to slowly walk ourselves on up. Like so. Partially. And then that will be it for Kalani. I mean, for the Droideka.
I see an opportunity, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to move out with this AT-ST here, the one without my recon token. He's going to move out in front of these storms. And then he is going to take, let's see, what kind of shot can we get over here? I think we're just out of range 3.
It appears so, yes.
So we're going to take a range 4 shot at those B1s and see if we can get a paint to score 2 victory points to the dice box. They have 1 aim from link targeting array, and so we're looking at double rainbows here. I grabbed not double rainbows. All right, we will spin the aim. All right, so that is going to be 6, 5 for heavy cover.
5 for heavy cover. Let's go ahead and roll that first. What? Dice. We'll go ahead and get rid of 2 for heavy cover.
Okay, so that'll be 3 plus the 1, so
Yep.
4.
And we'll block 2, take 2. All right, we're going to go to the stack. It's going to be a Droideka. We're going to choose the ones that have the token here for the objective. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move up to here. And then we're going to go ahead and take a dodge action. And that will be us.
To the stack, we have a core. We're going to go with our blue squad. And they're going to end up coming out over here. They're going to... Ooh, getting close to that guy over there. I forgot about the Droidicas, so let's go here and then move to there. And we're done.
All right, we're going to go to the stack. It's all core, so we're going to go ahead and go with a super battle droid unit. We're going to go with our token holding unit here, which, you know what, we're going to make sure it's the one with the Yoda model. And they're going to walk on up. And then we're going to spend a EXD token to do a speed 3 move to continue our march on up.
To the stack, we have our final core. We're going to go ahead and, because those Droidicas over there, move up here, snuggle up with Moff, Gideon. So move.
Snuggle buddies.
Mm-hmm. Safe and secure from all alarms.
We're going to go with Skeletor. What a most pleasant day.
We are going to finally bring out the Dark Troopers. They're going to come over here to the side, move on. Let's make sure I didn't move my barrier at all. I can move on ever so sweetly. And then, because they are outside of range 3 of everything with those B2s behind the building, we're going to have to take an aim. And that'll be their turn.
All right, we're going to go to the last thing in our stack. It's going to be these B2 battle droids over here. They are going to move it on up. And then they're going to spin a surge off of Kalani to use the EXD ability to move it on up. Get really moving, man. And then that's going to be them.
Going to the stack, I wonder what this is. It's a heavy. We're going to go with our Dark Troopers over here. We're going to move them up again. Let's see, make sure we don't get too weird on ourselves and go right up to there. We're going to Congo line it, and then we're going to take a shot at those B2s.
All right, to the dice box.
So we're looking at 7 black dice with 1 aim. Critical 1. So we'll hit with 4 to start, and then we'll spin the aim. Good conversion. So we're looking at 5 for heavy cover.
Good. We roll the heavy cover rolls. Remove 3. Dodge the remaining 2.
And 1 critical.
Oh, you have crit. Ah, that's right. Okay. Well, here we go for the 1. And we take it.
Except you roll red defense dice.
Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know how to play this game sometimes. All right, so we managed to avoid 3.
Just 1 red die.
1 red die. That's right. Yeah. Someone send help. And for me. All right.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna go with BXs.
And which wound did you put this on? I shot at these guys.
Yeah.
That's all of them?
Well,
okay.
4 there, 4 there.
Got it.
So many. All right, BXs. They have scout. They do that. Scout up. Keep ourselves in range of the commander because I don't know reasons. Let's see. And then we're going to go ahead and we don't need to spin any surges for that. So what we're going to do is just move again. And from here, we should have range 3 on over to those Dark Troopers. Yes, we do. My George, we sure do. We'll take a shot into the Dark Troopers to the dice box. All right, so we have 8 white dice surge ahead and 2 Dark Troopers that have an armor value I can't recall. Here we go.
Isn't it 10 white dice?
10 white dice, I meant to say. But there's a crit and 3 hits. And your armor value, sir?
3.
is 3. So 1 crit is getting through. All right.
So how many is that? 4?
That's going to be 1 after your armor.
Okay. And we'll block it. We're going to go with one of our face-up order tokens. Bring out the AT-ST. He's going to move up along this zone here. Park himself next to the Dark Troopers. And move on my terrain. Sorry about that, everybody. And then he is going to go ahead and take an aim at the BXs with triple rainbows in one aim to the dice box. Triple rainbows all the way across the sky. Sweet, so we just need to try to get some hits with that aim from the white dice. Alright, there's a blank, so that's going to be 6.
4 for heavy cover. Take away 2. Dodge 1.
There's 3.
3 remain. Take 1. Alright, we're going to go with the BXs over here. They have Scout 3, so let's get scouting. Then we're going to go ahead and do a move on up to here. That gets us definitely easily in range of that AT-ST. And we're definitely in range 3 of Kalani because we're going to use a surge to get an aim with a free action from EXD. And then we will take a shot into the AT-ST. Let's go to the dice box. All right, so we have 10 white dice, surge ahead with 2 aims, one from the EXD rule, another one from Exemplar we can take into the AT-ST. Not bad so far. We've got 2 crits, and we surge the hit. Aim number 1. Aim number 2. What's your armor value, sir?
5.
So 3 after armor.
Okay. I take 3. We're going to go with General Veers. He's going to move over here. Kind of hide behind this terrain. And he's going to take his next action to guidance AT-ST. He's going to end up moving over here. And that's where they'll be. So turn 1 went okay for me, especially because I was able to nab 2 quick victory points with that B1 squad that was left out. Taking 3 wounds on that AT-ST from just a bunch of white dice was sad, but still a lot of game to play. I'm looking at those Droidicas over there, and I'm sure they're very thirsty for my little stormtroopers.
All right, for the droids, turn 1, we set up the Droidicas just kind of to harass 1 point for the Empire, so he has to deal with that. We really positioned a lot on this flank over here with the AT-STs, and I mean, 3 wounds turn 1 is great. We're going to see if I can do enough this next turn to take 1 down.
Round 2 card flip.
They too will suffer.
You have something I want.
No, I don't. All right, my orders went to Kraken, and then we did AI direct from Kalani on over to B1s. They coordinated to B1s. They coordinated back to the B2 squad that was shot last turn.
I'm giving an order to the Dark Troopers and to General Veers. And then with the you have something I want, I'm going to end up taking them, removing them from the battlefield, and then placing them outside of range 2 of all enemy units. That is going to take them to the other side of the board. Outside of 2 of these Droidicas, and then outside of 2 of those Droidicas. Can you move it that way, please? So, effectively, it's going to give me, yeah, about there. And then I'll put their order token face down on the board.
All right, I'm going to go with the B2 unit over here. They are going to go ahead. They're going to take an aim action, and they're going to spend a surge from Kraken for the special rule to get another aim. And we are going to go all into Actually, sorry, we're going to spin the special search token rules to get that aim, and we're going to make sure we are in scoring range of the actual objective, which is important. All right, in scoring range, perfecto mundo. And now let's shoot that AT-ST to the dice box. All right, so we're rolling like a lot of black dice. 2 black dice per regular B2, 2 red and a white for the Ha. So with one aim, impact 2 into the AT-ST. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. All right, so that's 1, 2,
Wow.
3,
Wow. Surges.
4,
Oh my
5
God.
crits. That's going to be 3 hits, and 4 hits. And we have the 2 red to re-roll for our aim, which we will with different dice because those are probably cursed. For another hit. So after our impact, armor gets rid of 3. You're looking at a total of 7.
Oh, God. All right, AT-ST, I hardly knew you. I'll block 5, take 2. We're going to go with General Veers. He is going to guidance that AT-ST that just got away with its life to get a standby and then give aims to both the AT-STs.
All right, we're going to the stack. It's going to be a core. And we're going to go over here to this core. We're mad. We are so mad. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to not take a free action beforehand because I could trigger his bloody standby. We are going to go ahead and shoot the AT-ST, and then we'll figure out what we do afterwards to the dice box. Same nasty dice pool with impact 2, 17 dice. No aims this time into the AT-ST. Let's hope for something a little better this time around. Oh, that needs to go in the dice box. Okay, so we have 4 crits, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 2 will impact in for 6 coming through your armor. The rest will bounce off.
Okay. Thought I could get away with something. I'll block 2, take 4. Okay, well, let's see if this AT-ST can do something in return. We've got triple rainbows going back at that B2s after proccing the standby. Nope. Can't hit like B2s can. Nope.
So 4 for heavy cover. Oops. How many dodges here? Take away 1 for heavy cover. Roll 3. Block 1, take 2. All right, I'm going to go to the stack. It's going to be a commander. I don't want that, so we're going to IO it on into special forces, which we will go with happily. Let's go with these special forces that are already in range 1 of this AT-ST we measured earlier. I'm going to spend a free action, EXD action, to go ahead and get the extra dice on this, so extra black and a white. Then we are going to shoot into it, and then I'll decide what my next move is afterwards. All right, we have 4 black, 1 red, 3 black, 1 red, bunch of white dice, surge to hit, impact 4 with the impact grenade, into the AT-ST. What can we do? I don't know. With impact 4, it's going to be a perfect 5.
All right, my AT-ST has 2 wounds left to give, or 1 to give, 2 to die.
Got him. Yes. All right, with my other action we haven't spent yet, we're just going to move back this way to hide some of our remaining dudes in case an AT-ST decides to shoot back at us.
Okay, I'm going to go to the stack. However, Tyler has something to say about that.
Yeah, so because of my 1 pip, I get to tell him what type of token he can pull. I chose a core token. So,
well, let's see if this first one is that. Ha!
the fate.
I already was. Okay, so we're going to go with this squad of stormtroopers who just watched, what they thought would be invincible explode in front of their faces. They're looking to try to get a range 4 shots over here. let's see, I don't even think I can get range 3, so they're just going to move over a little bit. So I'm going to move my stormtroopers in such a way as that they can try to shoot the B2s that have a suppression already, and because of how close I am to them, I'm actually going to end up throwing some white dice too. So we're going to do 2 red, 4 white at those B2s to the dice box. All right, we just got 4 white, 2 red.
I have no cover, so it's going to be the whole shebang. No tokens to spin either. Here we go. We're going to take 2. All right, going to the stack, we get Special Forces. We're going to go ahead and spin a surge from the commander that boosts this movement to speed 3. And they have jump 1. So let's get jumping. And let's move again behind the area terrain, but not in it. It's important clarification there.
To the stack. This will be our heavy. We're going to go with the Dark Troopers. They're going to take a quick pivot over this way, I believe. Touch the little POI.
Meh.
And then shoot over at the Droidicas, hiding behind the building with the next action. To the dice box. We're looking at 7 black dice with critical 1. Too many surges.
A lot of surges.
4.
All right, shield them all. We're going to the stack. We get a core, and we're going to go over here to the only core in the bag, which, looking back, I didn't actually have to put them in the bag, but here we are, living with our life choices. We are going to start working on this other AT-S team. Maybe. Choices. Or, hear me out, we just take away a target from him. I do need the rally first, so let me just go ahead and do that right on screen. We don't take it off, so what we're going to do is we're just going to move to here, and then we're just going to do a recovery action and take away that suppression.
Going to the stack. We pull a core. We're going to go with these guys here. They're going to move over onto the Lava Not Lava Hill. And then Frolic. And shoot 2 red at Skeletor. To the dice box. All right, 2 red. All right, a hit and a crit.
All right. 1 for cover. 1 away for cover.
Continues to be superb.
And roll for real. Take it. All right, we're going to go with Skeletor. He's going to move after he rallies. Keeps it. And then he is going to take a dodge action, and that will be him.
Going to the stack. Pull out another heavy. We're going to go with the AT-ST that's still alive. We're going to try to move this thing in such a way. We're going to do a little free rotate. Come over here. I'm going to snuggle up. Actually, no, I wanted to go this way because I want to get on the point. So we go this way. I'm going to fall a little short so that we make sure we can see Skeletor. And then we're going to go to the dice box. Triple rainbows with an aim. Let's roll that one again. Alright, the one fell out. And then spin the aim. Alright.
It's like 6 for a heavy cover. Take away 3. Dodge 1. Leaving 3 remaining. Oh, back up. Remove 2 hits. And roll 1. Block it. All right, B1s are going to go. They're just going to do a partial move to get into scoring range of the POI. Let's go ahead and make sure we are still trying to be within maybe a future range for like direct or something. Perfect. All right, let's take a shot into the AT-ST. All right, no aims or anything, just 6 white dice. Nothing.
Stack we go. Whoopsie daisy. Bring out a core. We're going to go with our yellow guys. They're going to move enough so that we can try to get the back to the droidicas and throw some random shots to the dice box. 2 red dice.
All right, we're going to the stack. It's a droidica. Let's go with the guys that have been getting shot at. They do get a free pivot before a move. Let's go ahead and just move up a little bit to there. And then let's just go ahead and shoot the dudes who shot me. I don't want to get any further than I really need to, honestly. So just right to there will be good. To the dice box. All right. All right. So we're rolling 4 black, 2 red, no surging here. He's got heavy cover. All right, so we will make it a crit and 4 hits.
Heavy cover. Take away 2.
Yep.
Roll 3 for saves. Block 2, take 1. To the stack. We got a core. We're going to go with our blue guys here. They're going to move into scoring and then try to get some cover in the POI when the time is right. Well, it sucks, but here it is. Okay. And then we're going to shoot at the guys over there in cover. To the dice box. 4 white, 2 red. All right, that'll be 5.
Good, pretty good. Roll 5, search the block. We take 3. All right, go to the stack. It's a droidica. Go with these droidicas. Just enough movement here to go ahead and go into this terrain. And then we are going to go ahead and shoot the yellow stormtroopers to the dice box. All right, 4 black, 2 red, into some stormtroopers. Well, who needs aims? It's going to be 4 hits, 2 crits.
4 for cover.
Just important to note, I am capped at only doing 3 wounds currently, from what I can see. All right.
To the stack. We have a core. We're going to go with our last core that has our recon token or intel token or whatever token you please. They're going to move this direction and then take a shot at that droidica. Range 4 to the dice box. Okay, 2 red. 2 hits.
Okay. And 2 wounds. Going to the stack. It's the commander. We're going to go over here. We're going to go ahead and just like dodge, strategize, and then we're going to do inspire to remove both of these suppression tokens over here.
To the stack. Commander token, we're going to go with Moff Gideon. He's going to move here. And then he's going to move here.
Go to stack. All's left is droidica. We're going to go with this droidica. We get our little free pivot before a move. And we're going to come out here. And just need a sliver of this droideka revealed to see at least one guy. And we're going to go ahead and shoot the blue squad of stormtroopers. 4 black, 2 red into heavy cover storms because they're behind that POI. All right, it's going to be 5. 1 crit, 4 hits.
Heavy cover. Take one away. Block 3, take 1. And my last activation is a dead heavy. Okay, into round 2. So based off the POIs, I will secure 1 point for having the secured POI here. And then moving over to the far side, he has the activation advantage as well, but he also has his token, so he'll score 1. And then nobody has the home base tokens, so 0 there. And then as far as the secondary is concerned, after that magnificent inspiring action, he changed the game to score the 1 point. So it'll end round 2 at 3-2 in my favor.
All right, so for this turn, it went pretty well for the droids. We attritioned really well with our droidekas on that side, scoring some nice suppression points for the secondary. We took out AT-STs, so that's always huge, and we got some BXs posed.
9 crits!
Something. There was some good dice on my side for sure, but let's see if I can keep the momentum going forward in turn 3.
Well, I did only lose 1 activation. However, it was a big one, and I don't know what's going to happen. I still have my storms, still have Moff and the Dark Troopers. We're going to have to get really creative and maybe a little bit of luck. Round 3, card flip.
Preservation protocols.
Die in my hand. With my order, I gave 1 to Moff Gideon, and then he entouraged 1 to the Dark Troopers.
All right, my first order went to the B1s that coordinated to the BXs. Second order went to BXs. My AI direct went to the B1s that coordinated over to the smaller unit of B2s that took more losses.
Okay, we're going to go straight away with Moff Gideon. He is going to end up charging over here into the backs of the droidekas. 1, 2. Causing that droideka to need to snap into place. His tactical will give him 2 aims, and he's going to end up charging in to the dice box. Okay, we're looking at 5 black, surging to crit with 3 aims. Alright, so that's going to be 3. First aim. Second aim. Come on now. Third aim.
All right, I'll have to one-shot me, and you have Pierce on this, correct?
Yep, Pierce 1.
All right. We block once, we take all 5. All right, we're going to go with these BXs over here. They're going to spend a surge from Kraken for the special EXD rule to get extra dice on this next attack. Then we're going to go ahead and just jump move into range 1 of the AT-ST, and it's time to go to the dice box, y'all. All right, we're rolling an impact grenade, our poison guy, and a bunch of regular dudes. So we have impact 4. So I don't think the poison guy has impact. Surge to hit into the AT-ST. So it's going to be 1, 2, and then impact 4, so 6 into the AT-ST.
Block 1, take 5.
Woo! Sounds good.
All right, going to the stack. Not wishing for that, so we're using the IO. Of course, that makes sense. We're going to go with core then. We're going to go here. They're going to have these guys. Let's see if we can get over the range 3 of that lone droid. And that's going to be a big fat positive, yes. Let's go ahead to here, but let's stay within the half range stick. And we'll throw 2 red And 4 white to the dice box. All right, we have 1 observation token, which I'll signify with this ion. Okay. They're not precise with the observation.
I'm just going to...
Hold on.
Sorry. You got 1 more.
Yeah.
I'm going to shield away all 4. All right, we are going to go with our BXs over here. They're going to spin a surge for the extra dice on the EXD rule, and they're just going to double move charge straight into Veers. But let me just make sure I get as close to the other side of them.
That is difficult
as I
terrain.
can. I have scale.
Great.
And tenacity is active, so let's go to the dice box. All right, we're going to roll in. We have the poison guy. We have the swords. We have tenacity. We have the extra dice from EXD. All together, it makes for a bad day for General Veers. All right, take out our blanks, and it's going to be a total of 7 into General Veers with poison 1.
Okay. Block 4, take 3.
And a poison.
We're going to go with the Dark Troopers here. They are going to move ever so slightly to touch the terrain, and then split fire into the Droidicas. We're going to use the critical gun over here, and then 3 black over here to the dice box.
Yep, it's got 1 shield.
We're going to go with the assault cannon with the critical 1. All right, so that's 3.
All right, I will shield away 1.
Okay.
See what happens. We're dead.
And then we'll spend the other 3 shots at the Droidica on the other side of the woods. 2.
Okay. You've done it. All right, we're going to go to these B2s. They're going to shuffle move to get in the range 1 of the AT-ST. And then we're going to take a range 1 shot, but we will also be spinning a surge from the super tactical droid to go ahead and get extra dice on this attack.
Give me the nuts.
All right, we have 6 red, a black and a white with impact 6. We have no aim on this attack. Into the AT-ST. All right, so it's going to be a total of, after our impact, 6.
You don't surge.
Oh, I don't surge. That's my bad. It's going to be just the 3.
Block 1, take 2. Go into the stack, pull out a core. We're going to go over here to our purple guys. We're going to run here. And then run to here. Try to stay away from the edge of the forest. Alright.
Alright, we're going to go to the stack. It's going to be a commander. We're going to tap IO to get a core. We're going to go with the core. We're going to go with this big old B2 squad. And what they're going to do is they're all just going to go ahead and take a... Ooh, let's see. Are we in range 1? No, we are not. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we are going to move on into range 1. Oh my god, take B1s down with us. With Yoda, which gives us 4 extra red dice on this attack. Just kidding. Alright, and we're going to go take a shot into the AT-ST. So let's go to the dice box. Alright, we're going to watch those wrist rockets. It's an 8 wrist rockets, impact 8 into the AT-ST. Well, after we remove our surges, it's going to be 4 into the AT-ST.
Alright, this should be enough to kill him. Block 2, take 2. Okay, we're going to the stack. Pull out a heavy. Alright, hopefully we can get the AT-ST off before this. Oh god. Since he's broken, we take it off. It's got 2 actions. So what he's going to end up doing is, let's see. Pause real quick. That changes a lot. Okay, after a moment of consideration, I am going to get the heck out of here. We're going to do a vehicle pivot. We are then going to move this way. We are then going to come over to the other side of the table to try to do some things. I am going to borrow your original one. No, it's not. And then can we get in such a position so that we're range 2, speed 1 from there. So then we could potentially come over. So that's what we'll do.
I can't wait for you to cut this and throw in the 1 hour later.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right, so that's the goal. Hopefully be able to get a guidance off.
All right, go to stack. It's Kalani. He's going to go ahead. He's going to strategize himself, but then also like these B1s. That could be the hero of the day. And then our next action we're going to do, I'll tell you what it's going to be. We're going to go ahead and take a dodge. That's Kalani.
Going to the stack. We got a core. We're going to go with these guys here on the hill. They're going to take a cheeky shot, range 3. These BX droids that are in the open. And then they're going to move back down off the hill. Going this way. To the dice box. All right, 4 white, 2 red. That's going to be 3.
All right, we will dodge 1.
Okay, 2.
Take 2. Go into the stack. It's going to be some droidicas. Go with these guys. Let's AI attack the blue. Actually, let's go ahead and attack the lone model stormtrooper over here. And then we will go ahead and move backwards over this way. All right, lone stormtrooper has light cover because of suppression. Let's send our dice. After we remove our surges, it's going to be 2 crits.
No cover there. All right, can he live? No, he can't. Going to the stack. Have core. See if I can, actually, how do I have left? I got these group here because you just killed some. So we're rolling off a suppression. And we don't do it. So we have 1 action. And that action is going to be to recover.
All right, let's go to the stack. It is, the only thing left is Kraken, so we're eventually going to get Kraken. Kraken's going to rally. He keeps it, don't care. Skeletor is going to move up and take a pot shot into that AT-ST that thinks it can run away. To the dice box. 3 red, search to crit, into the AT-ST. It's going to be just 3 hits to bounce off.
To the stack. We're going to go with General Veers. He's going to heroically run away. Or at least not run away, but run to his AT-ST. And he's going to get that AT-ST to move. And the goal is to get into the range of that point. That's going to be close there. That's going to be out. Damn.
Not going to happen. All right, we're going to go with these B1s over here. They're going to move up over to this way. Take a shot into Veers out in the open. All right, we're going to General Veers with these B1s. We have 4 white dice. Let's see what happens because he's out in the open. Well, there's a crit and a hit.
Okay. Block them both. To the stack. We have a heavy unit. That's our Dark Troopers. He's going to move over this way. But we decided it should be out of the silhouette. So they'll move and then chill.
All right, we're going with these B1s over here. They're just going to go ahead and make a move. More chaos. There's just so many bodies over here. Make the move, and then we're going to go ahead and shoot on over into the stormtroopers on the other side of the table to the dice box. All right, 6 white dice. We have 2 aims, though. 1 from Strategize, 1 from Exemplar off of Kalani. Oh, that's 1 crit so far. Spin the first aim. It's a hit. Spin the second aim. That's just going to be a hit and a crit.
Such aggressive rolling.
I tried to roll like Richard. This is his dice box, after all.
Block 1, take 1. All right, so end of round scoring because my last activation was a dead trooper. I'll win this point, and then coming across the board, nobody scores the home points for the enemies. And then we end up over here, and Tyler will score that point. He then also gets the secondary because of his last shot on my storms, putting suppression on, and that will end this round 4-4. Okay, well, I had some fortunate things happen. I took out those 2 droidicas with the split shot dark troopers. That was awesome. I am still kind of behind with 1 wound left on Veers and 2 left on my AT-ST. I got to pull some magic out of my hat, but here we go.
All right, so for the droids, we lost some droidicas back here, but we still have our token holder, still holding on, scoring us some secondary points. Don't love the AT-ST being that close. And as far as our push here on this flank, it is working. We are driving them out, and Veers is running away like the little chicken walker he is. All right, turn 4 card flip. Mechanized incursion.
Maximum firepower.
All right, so for Mechanized Incursions order, it went on over to the Droidicas. For AI Direct, it went to the B1s. They coordinated to B1s. They coordinated to the BXs that are a 3-man squad. And my 3 surges for EXD went on to Skeletor.
With maximum firepower, I gave an order to General Veers, and then Moff Gideon was able to entourage the Dark Troopers.
We're going to start off with the BXs. They're going to spin a surge from Skeletor to get the extra dice in this attack, and then they are going to go ahead and move to charge the Veers to the dice box. All right, so the BXs have our 2 Vibrasword guys, Tenacity's triggered, our Poison guy, and the extra dice from the EXD ability. Surge to hit, Poison 1 into Veers with 1 wound left. Okay, well, that's not bad. It's going to be 6 into Veers.
Be the hero of the Empire, Veers.
Not today.
Going to the stack. It's an AT-ST, and where is my white die? See if we can roll off the breakage.
1
We do
action.
not.
All right.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes this a little bit easier. I'm going to go move. And take the point.
All right, go to the stack. We get a commander. We're going to go Kalani. He's going to strategize himself. He's going to strategize the B2 squad over here. Then he's going to go ahead. He's going to take a aim action.
Okay, to the stack. Pull out a core. We're going to try our best to aim and shoot at these BXs in the open. Okay, we got 5 dice with 1 aim. They are precise, and they're going to need it. All right, 2.
Good. Block them both. Go to stack. Special Forces. We're going to go all the way around the edge of the board, but first, let's do a little rally roll because they have 1 suppression. We keep it. It's fine. Whoop. We are going to go ahead on over to here. Bring our dudes along for the ride. We're going to send the poison guy into there. We're going to go ahead and send the rest of the dice into these storms here, which will have heavy cover down to light to the dice box. All right, poison guys, poison 1, surge to hit. They have no cover into storms. That's going to be L3 with poison 1.
Block 2, take 1.
Okay. And the rest of the dice, including the extra dice from the EXD rule, into the storms with heavy down the light cover. It's going to be 2 hits and a crit.
2 for light. 3 saves.
Take 2.
We're going to go with the Dark Troopers, see if we can't catch these Droidicas out. He's going to move over this way. And then try to kick out so we can do max damage as possible. I think you might be able to see just the side or no?
I don't think you can, actually.
Okay. Well, then we're going to keep them closer. And just try to get what we can to the dice box. All right, 7 black, critical 1. That'll be 4.
All right, well, we will roll 2, shield 2, block 2. All right, going to the stack. It's B2s. What we're going to do is just take a little move up here. We have our Haas back because we didn't use them last round. And we're going to move up this way. Make sure we're still in scoring range of our thing. Pretty sure we are. We're going to take a Baja, or as Hank Hill would say, a ball shot into the storms over there, and we have no range to target for any of the other B2s, so to the dice box. 2 red and a white into storms, no cover because of blast. It's going to be a crit and a hit.
Block 1, take 1. To the stack we go. Pull out a commander, so we're going to go with Moff Gideon over here. Gosh darn. So he's going to move to contest this area over here. He's going to have to do it one more time if he wants to make it work.
Going to the stack, we get Skeletor. He's going to go ahead and move over to here. And then he will take a range 3 shot into the light cover down to no cover stormies. 3 red, search to crit, it's no cover storms. 2 crits.
Okay. No cover storms. Going to the stack. Pull a heavy. We're going to go over here to the Death Troopers, or Dark Troopers. They're going to shoot, and then they're going to have to move back so they can get on the point to the dice box. All right, we got critical 1, 7 black dice. That'll be 5.
Okay, I'll shield away 2, roll the rest. Okay. 3. Block 9. Question is Richard thinking what I'm thinking? All right, we're on these B1s over here. They're going to move over this way, bam, and then just take a pot shot on the AT-ST. They have an aim from Strategize, an exemplar aim they can take, so let's just see what they can do. 6 white dice, appear, Fury. 2 hits so far. Spin the first aim for a crit. Spin the second aim for a crit.
Damn.
That's 2 crits into the AT-ST.
I need to save 1.
B1s for the win.
Going to the stack. We have core. We're going to go with these blue guys over here. Going to run back to the home point. And that's them.
All right, only thing left on my stack is the B2s that I have over here. We're going to spend a surge from Kraken to go ahead and give us a speed 3 boost. I think we're going to need it. find out where my commander is underneath this thing. Okay, just move a temporary model here just so I have something out. Take him out there. Okay, this is a super squad, so I can cohere some things kind of wonky to be. Let's see, am I in range 2 of those guys?
No.
Nope. Okay, just checking. In range 2 of Gideon, though, that's for sure. So we'll cohere some guys to see Gideon.
I think that's a stretch.
Well, his unit leader still doesn't have line of sight, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, I can't attack things as long as the unit leader has to see it.
Unit leader must always have line of sight.
Oh, I see. Okay, in that case, we'll just go ahead and just move some guys over here. That's my mistake. Long game. All right. Go out, and then what we're going to do is do a Haas shot into these storms right here, to the dice box. Blast 2 red, 1 white into the storms. It's going to be 2 red.
Block 1. Go to the stack. You have a core. We're going to try to go with these guys here. Roll off suppression. We do. They're going to run over this way. And then I think what we have to do is do our best to take off that Droidica, because I think Gideon can hold that spot down. So, to the dice box. All right, 3 red, 3 white, 2 red. Back in the box.
Yep.
With an awesome start. 4.
All right. See what happens to the Droidica. He dies. Woo! All right, we're going to go just these B1s. That's all that's left. They're just going to go ahead and move. Move again to get over to here, and that will wrap up the droids. Yep.
Go with the core. We're going to go here. They're going to see if they can roll off their suppression. They do not. But in favor of parity, they're going to take shot at these Droidica, or these BX droids. Try to play the suppression game.
Which ones? Okay, cool.
Can only shoot with 2 red and white. All right, 2 red and a white. That'll be 3.
Good. So 2 for heavy cover. Okay. And then 3 for real. Oh, sorry. In the dice box. All right, take 1.
End of round 4, I will score this point. I will score Tyler's home objective as well, Moff Gideon. Tyler continues to score this side, and nobody here on my point takes a point. The suppression game, he has 1 unit with 2 suppression to the courage, and I have 1 with my courage, so that is a moot point.
All right, turn 5 card flip. Orbital strike.
A moment of consideration.
All right, so my orders from Orbital Strike went to Skeletor, and then we did AI Direct with Kalani over to the B1. That coordinated the B1 back to Kalani, and then the 3 surges for EXD went on to Skeletor.
I was able to put orders on 3 core troopers, and because of the command card itself, they will all get standbys.
So we're going to go ahead and draw the stack. It is Special Forces. We're going to IO that for Special Forces. All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and go with some Special Forces. We're going to go with the little 2-man squad that's been getting shot at this whole time. A lot of standbys hanging around here. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and take a shot. We're going to expend a surge to get the extra... No, we're not. We're not going to spend a surge on this. We are just going to go ahead and take a shot to these guys and then go from there. All right, 4 white dice into out in the open stormtroopers.
I think you can see 2 of them.
Yep, out of 3, so they are out in the open. Shoot off that standby. All right, 4.
Okay.
into the Stormies.
I'll take 2.
I don't think they can speed 3 move to get into scoring range, so there's no point. All right. So back over to these guys. The next action is really just going to be to hide right on back because they can't contribute much more at this point.
We're going to go with that squad that just got shot. We're going to hope for the best. We don't get it. So we get 1 action here. I think an effort to make Tyler earn it. I'm already in my zone because I wanted to be there. So I'm going to send a shot over at these BX droids. All right, looking for paint.
Nope. All right, we're going to the stack. We get a core. We're going to go on over to these B2s back here. I'm sorry, these B2s up here. Don't mind me. And what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and go up to here. Actually, up to here to get Moff Gideon range 1. Bring along some friends for the ride. Make sure the friends in question can see everyone they need to see. Yep, I can for sure see that with my unit leader. Absolutely. And this silhouette,
You're going to have to move this guy over.
This guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's not contributing to the attack over here.
If he's not, then no.
No, he's not. So would you like to trigger your standby?
No. I'm going to move. Oh, yes, I do. But
Okay. Gonna move, not attack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Standby is done. You're outside of range 1 of my B2s. So what we're gonna do is, I don't have my blast weapon up. We're gonna go all in on shooting the stormtroopers. They're just that just moved into me. Yep, to the dice box. So we have 12 black dice, no surging into the heavy cover stormtroopers. Let's see what happens here. All right, not bad. Crit and 4 hits.
Okay. So 4 hits, heavy cover. Take away 1. And then we're rolling 4. Block 2.
Go with the core unit. All right.
Oh.
He rallied. He didn't rally it off.
Didn't rally. Man. Well, we can see Kalani and one of those B1s, so we're going to split fire. We're going to shoot at Kalani with the Stormtrooper Captain and the B1s with the DLT, the dice box. All right, the B1s with the 2 red.
Okay, with heavy cover.
Actually, I take it back. I'm going to go hit Kalani with this. Doesn't matter, really. Kalani with 2 red.
With heavy cover still. All right.
All right.
Block none.
All right, and then Lone Trooper Captain at the B1s.
Yep. All right, up to the stack. It is a core, so we'll go with the B2 unit. Going to spin a surge off of Skeletor to get a speed 3 move boost. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do a move. Oh, wait. Speed 3 move boost is the first move of this order. Okay. Speed 3. Does that look on the prong? And a speed 2, whoop-de-doo. Just to get into scoring range, well within.
And I'm going to trigger my standby.
Yep.
All right, 3 white, 2 red.
Nice. Dice. 5.
Well,
No cover. There's no cover, and I'm white. I'm red saves. All right. Take 2.
We're going to go with this core here. They're going to move on this way, take it to the POI. And then we're going to have to do some tricks. I've got range 3 to the BXs, and I've got range 4 to this BX. So we're going to split fire. 3 white into the near side, 2 red into the far for the dice box. So 2 red for the far BXs.
All right.
2 hits.
Got light cover. Move none. Roll for wounds. Block them both.
All right, 1 suppression. And then 3 for the other BXs.
They
2
have
hits.
heavy cover. All right. Roll 2. One thing left on my stack is just the BXs over here. They're at range 3 of Kraken, so we're going to spin a surge in order to go ahead and get our speed boost. They have jump 1, so they're going to jump all over to here. And then we are going to go ahead, we're going to split fire. We're going to do the poison bombs on into this guy, and we're going to do the rest of our dice into this squad, to the dice box. Poison guy first into a light cover storm. I don't think this weapon has blast. It's going to be 2 crits and a hit.
Light cover storm. All right, he's dead.
Next, 6 white dice into the other storms, which will have no cover. It's going to be a crit and a hit. Actually, I take that back. Or at least half your guys. Heavy down the light, so it's going to be light cover. Okay, so 2.
One, take one.
Suppression.
All right, we're going to call it there because I cannot do anything else. He's going to score here, he's going to score there, put him up 2, and then he's going to win the suppression game again on me as well. So he's going to go up to 10, bare minimum, probably even 12, and I'll just get 2 from there. So good game, Tyler.
Good game, Joe.
Good game, Tyler.
Great game.
You got me.
EXT is, I tell you, it's strong. The mobility, the flexibility, especially on the suppression game.
Absolutely. I think if anybody's playing droids right now, you got to take a good look, a good consideration at EXT. What is it? They can move an extra range speed.
Boost their move, get an aim, get a dodge. You can remove suppression with the tokens too, which is huge for some of these. I didn't need it this time.
You didn't do it.
That was an option. I took inspiring presence. I feel like this is something you see a lot on the commanders for EXT, but that was also pretty big to deny you some scoring on some turns.
Absolutely. Yeah, speaking of the suppression game, bring them to heal. Flipping into that in round 0, that was not favorable. I think I got the primary that I wanted, but I just couldn't compete. I think that goes into the idea like suppression and courage. I mean, B2s have encourage 2, BXs courage 2, whoever else has courage 2.
Everyone except for the B1s, really, and lots of ways to mitigate anything gets above that bubble. Maybe not after the fact. You did get a great round 1 shot into me getting that, a couple round 1 shots to panic a B1 squad. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a move that anybody playing Bring Them Heal, if you can make that happen, it's an easy 2 points. It kept me in the game, but not for long.
It's a droid subjective. But tell me, Empire. So how did you feel coming up against this? I know like the AT-STs taking a lot of shots. That was rough. Yeah. But other than the dice there, it seems like you had flexibility. For
what I was trying to do, it didn't play out. I was really hoping I could do it scripted even, but on the moment of consideration turn, the AT-STs can get 2 orders and get get their standbys. And then if I could play it right, then Veers would be able to move up, guidance another one. So that could be potentially 5 AT-ST shots in one round. And it takes some finesse. I've not figured out how to do that yet. I've done it once out of like 4 games. But I think it helps with the mobility picture too. Even if you don't use a shot or do a standby, getting the AT-STs to move, they can scoot. During round 4 or 3, when I was able to move it across the field, anticlimactically died to some B1 shots. But I mean, I think it's a strong thing for Empire. Any other last thoughts you're thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of people talk about double heavy for like EXT is the way to go, but double B2 squads also hit hard and fun to play.
Oh my gosh, Super Squad B2s throw how many dice?
Enough.
Yeah.
17. Who's counting?
Well, thanks for tuning in this time, guys. I hope it was enjoyable.
And don't forget to crit the block.